lifestyle based on good choices and healthy practices maximizes the quality of life. It helps you avoid diseases, remain strong and fit, and maintain your physical and mental health. One of the most important practices is being physically active. Individuals benefit a lot from actively participating in sports and recreational activities. This includes health, physical, mental, emotional, and social benefits. So together, let's go and journey for a healthier lifestyle. So at the end of the lesson, you must have distinguished the basic skills and rules in badminton, applied and performed the basic skills and rules in badminton, and observed safety protocols to avoid risk of injuries while playing badminton. And before we start, please get a piece of paper and a pen. I have here a set of scrambled words with corresponding pictures, and you have 10 seconds to answer each scrambled word. Okay? Are you ready? Okay, now let's start. Number 1. Time's up. Next, number 2. Okay, number 3. Time's up. Number 4. Time's up. We are now on number 5. Okay, so we are now on number 6. Oh, time's up, and we are now on the last number, number 7. Okay, time's up. So there you go. So do you think you guessed all the words? Okay, so now send your answers on the chat box below. And let's see if you got the right answers or how many correct answers you got. Okay, so let us now check your answers. Are you ready? Okay, so let us now start. For number 1, we have grip. For number 2, we have stance. For number 3, we have footwork. Number 4, we have serve. For number 5, we have smash. For number 6, it is drop shot. And And for number 7, we have clear. Okay, so how many correct answers did you get? Okay, and do you have an idea what are these words? Yes, you are right. They are the 7 basic skills of badminton.
Now, let's have the basic skills of badminton. For the first basic skill, we have the grip. The right grip in holding the racket is really important to achieve control on shots while avoiding the chances of a wrist injury. A proper grip will allow you to play both backhand and forehand strokes effortlessly. Holding a racket is similar to a friendly handshake. Just the thumb will be comfortably placed against the wider surface of the handle grip. The rest of the hand will imitate a handshake. So remember to keep the handshake friendly, avoiding a tight grip, because it will hinder the flexibility in motion and also might lead to wrist injuries in the long term. So we have 2 types of grip, the backhand and forehand grip. The only difference while playing the 2 kinds of strokes is in the use of fingers, or the grip. So in forehand grip, you just push the index finger forward while playing forehand strokes. And in the backhand grip, you just push the thumb forward while playing backhand strokes. For the next skill, we have the stance. The stance is how you stand while playing badminton, both in between a rally and before the serve. A stable and correct stance will bring a huge change in the results due to easier movement. And there are 3 types of stance. We have the attacking stance, defensive stance, and dead stance. First, we have the attacking stance. It is used to get into position before playing an overhead forehand stroke. To stand in the attacking stance, turn your body facing the sidelines with racket leg behind both legs, shoulder width apart. Now raise both racket and non-racket arms to generate the power to attack the shuttle on its downward trajectory. Next, we have the defensive stance. To defend the opponent's smash, you need to be prepared with the defensive stance. Face the body to the net and place your racket in front at waist high, slightly pointing forward. You can keep the non-racket arm as comfortable while ensuring a better balance. And the third type of stance, we have the net stance. This stance is to be ready for the opponent's return after playing a net shot. To play this shot, place your foot on the racket side forward while keeping a non-racket foot at the back. Place the racket in front of the body, slightly above waist height while raising the non-racket arm. Shift the body weight slightly forward to be ready to bounce forward. And next, we have the footwork. Badminton is played on a court with limited space and the athletes have to take care of the same while playing. So the footwork plays a huge role in helping with an effective and organized movement on the court. So in fact, some coaches even raise footwork to prime importance over the other skills. So here are some tips for proper footwork. First, always remember the base or the starting point. Second, move only 2 to 3 steps backward. Third, shuffle only 1 step sidewards. And lastly, move only 2 to 3 steps front. Next, we have the service. Service is among the most basic skill that you need to master in badminton. Also, you should ensure to make a legal service, otherwise it might lead to penalty points. There can be 2 types of service in badminton depending on the landing aim of the shuttle. We have the high serve and the low serve. When we say high serve, it aims at the back end corner of the opponent's court. Ideally, a good high serve results in the shuttle dropping steeply downwards at the back end of the court. In fact, A high serve is presented to opponents having the ability to execute a strong smash. You can always expect a lob or a drop from your opponent as a reply to a properly executed high serve. So generally, it is recommended to serve the shuttle to the opponent's backhand area. This to exploit the weaker backhand that exists in the game of most of the players. And next, we have the low serve. Unlike high serve, the low serve aims at the front of the court. The objective is to let the shuttle fly just above the net, landing in the front corner of the court. In this case, your opponent has the opportunity to dash forward and smash the shuttle to you if the execution is poor. And next, we have the smash. Smash is the most potent and powerful stroke in badminton, which naturally turns out to be the most familiar term to all. The shot is basically to hit the shuttle powerfully towards the opponent's body or downward on the court. A perfectly executed smash has no defense. And this badminton skill is the most aggressive and technical one. And fundamentally, there are three types of smashes. We have the forehand smash, backhand smash, and the jumping smash. First, we have the forehand smash. The forehand is an overhead smash which is similar to the action of throwing a ball. You shouldn't have a problem playing this stroke if you can throw a ball well. This skill in badminton acts as a game changer for beginners. Next, the backhand smash. This is one of the toughest strokes in badminton, and even experts face difficulty in playing the stroke. Still, it is important to practice and get the technique to rise in the skill level. To execute the stroke, getting backhand grip is extremely important. Also, it is equally important to return back the stance. Backhand smash skill in badminton requires years of practice and consistency. And the third one, we have the jump smash. A forehand smash with a timed jump added to it counts under jumping smash. This skill in badminton is the most glamorous of all. Next skill, we have the drop shot. Amongst all the basic skills in badminton, the drop shot is the most technical one. Badminton drop shots are dedicated to badminton shots that can win you points that aim at scoring points in deception. Played with both backhand and forehand, these are used to move the opponent to the front court, and this creates space in the mid-court and backcourt for you to exploit. There are slow and fast drop shots played judging the situation. This fundamental badminton skill is if developed properly, can turn an intermediate player into an expert. And last but definitely not least, we have the clear or lob. The lob shot in badminton can be imagined as a shot with an inverted U trajectory. It is normally played from the forecourt with an aim to lift or lob the shuttle over the opponent. The idea is to land it as near to the baseline as it is, at an angle that is impossible to clear. This is similar to the drop in challenging the opponent with sudden motion backward this time. It can also be executed by both backhand and forehand. This generally results in the creation of space in the front and the mid-court, opening plenty of opportunities.
Okay, next we have the rules in badminton. So kindly watch this video.
How to play badminton. Hello friends, today we'll learn the rules of badminton. Badminton is played by two opposing players, singles or doubles. The object of badminton is to hit the shuttlecock with your racket so it passes over the net and lands inside the designated marked boundaries within the court. If your opponent retaliates and returns the shuttlecock, then the rally occurs back and forth until you force your opponent or your opponent forces you to hit the shuttlecock out or into the net, scoring a point. You're required 24 points to win a set. Players must win 2 out of 3 sets played to win the game. What do you need to play badminton? You need a badminton court, a net, a shuttlecock, and at least 2 badminton rackets. Who goes first? A coin toss determines the player who serves first. Badminton. Game rules. 1. A player must wait until his opponent is ready before serving. 2. Players must serve diagonally across the net to their opponent. 3. As points are won, then serving stations move from one side to the other. 4. If a player touches the net with any part of their body or racket, then it's deemed a fault and their opponent receives the point. 5. If the shuttlecock hits the net or lands out, then a point is awarded to your opponent. 6. All players must be inside the lines of their respective service courts at the point of contact during the serve. 7. A shuttle landing on the line is alright. 8. A serve must be hit underarm and below the server's waist. No overarm serves are allowed. 9. During play, the player may move around the court as they wish. 10. Players are permitted to hit the shuttlecock from out of the playing area. 11. In badminton, only the server can win points. 12. Players should announce the score of the game before a serve of the shuttlecock. Call out your total number of points, followed by your opponent's total number of points. What is rally? When you and your opponent hits the shuttlecock back and forth until someone misses and the shuttlecock lands on the ground, this is called rally. After you serve the shuttlecock, your opponent attempts to hit it back over the net to you. If they miss the shuttlecock and it lands in the court, you win the rally and score 1 point. For both singles and doubles games, you must swap service courts when you win a rally. If you have a partner, trade places. After the first serve is performed, the next server is determined by whoever wins the rally. If you serve the first round and won the first round rally, continue serving until the other player wins a turn. What is let? A let is a situation requiring a replay. These may include the shuttlecock getting stuck in the net, the server serving out of turn, one player was not ready, or a decision which was too close to call. How to win badminton game. The player who reaches 21 points first wins the set. If the scores are tied 20-20, then it comes down to whether the player manages to get 2 clear points ahead. If the points are still tied 29-29, then the next point will decide the winner of the set. To win the badminton game, the player must win 2 out of 3 sets played. Hope you learned badminton rules. Now you know how to play badminton properly. Have fun.
And there you go. Those are the basic rules in badminton. And another question is, how do we prevent and manage the risk of injury in badminton? So badminton injuries are either acute, traumatic injuries such as ankle sprains, or are overuse injuries such as impingement syndromes. So both types of injuries can be prevented by using the right equipment, warming up, cooling down, and ensuring you are strong and fit enough to compete. Now, after learning the skills, rules, and how to prevent and manage injury in badminton, let's get physical. For this volleyball-like lead-up game in your homes, you will need a racket for each player and 1 birdie. Form 2 teams with 3 to 5 players each. The objective of the game is hit the birdie over the net to the other team's boundaries. A team is allowed to hit the birdie up to 3 times while on its side before it goes over the net. Note that the same player may not hit the birdie twice in a row. The serving team will score when the other team cannot return the birdie legally and within the serving team's boundaries. However, if the serving team fails to return the birdie to the other team, that specific play is over, and the other team is up to serve. Set a limit of points at the beginning of the game. The first team to reach this number of points is the winner. As a proof that you did this activity, please send a time-lapse video on our Google Classroom. After that, you have to make a program for playing badminton with moderate to vigorous intensity and apply the FITT principle: frequency, intensity, time, and type. And there you go. I hope that you have gained knowledge from this lesson. Until I see you next meeting. Bye-bye!